Since recording this video, there's been a bit of a fallout between Relive and Strava. Both sides not quite making it clear exactly what's happened, but you can no longer use Strava as a data source for Relive. You can still use Garmin, you can still use Runtastic, Map My Ride, and so on, all the other things that I talk about in this video, but just not Strava anymore. Anyway, on to the video all about making amazing ride videos using Relive. Hi, this is Scott. Welcome back to the MAMIL channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Relive. Now, this is an app that you can install on an iPhone or an Android smartphone, and it essentially reads your ride data from one of many different sources, and I'll talk more about the sources in a minute. And it takes that data and turns it into, using some mapping software, it actually turns it into what looks like a stage profile of a professional race. So if you watch any professional road cycling, you know, it's normally the start and end point of a particular stage, and it'll show on a map where the route takes the riders, that kind of thing. Relive basically creates one of those for you for your ride. So you know, it's a great little app. I was introduced to it by a friend of mine who I work with, who is also another cyclist, a fellow cyclist, who he suggested I have a look at it. I looked at one of his videos and thought, wow, that looks really cool. So I tried it myself, and I really like it. In terms of its integrations, so it needs a data source to get all your sort of ride data in order to be able to do its stuff. For me, I use Strava to do that. So I have my Relive account hooked up into my Strava account, and when I go into the Relive app, it knows that I've done a new ride because it reads that from Strava and offers to create me a video. I'm going to walk you through the process of how I do that actually later on in this video. If you don't use Strava, then you don't need to worry, because it supports all sorts of other ride apps and health sort of fitness tracker apps. So if you use a Garmin cycle computer or a cycle watch, it can hook into Garmin Connect. It can also do the same with Polar devices as well, and with Apple Watches. So if you wear one of those while you ride as a fitness tracker, then it can hook into those too. Or alternatively, you can get it to work with Map My Ride and Runtastic, and others besides that as well. So yeah, it supports a real broad set of fitness apps, but it's got to get its data from somewhere. The alternative actually is you can actually use the Relive app to track your ride. But the only thing that will do is obviously create you a video. Whereas the advantage for me of making use of something like Strava is I also get like the leaderboard functions, I get all of my sort of segment splits, and you know, all the other sort of fun things that you can do with Strava, where you can share your rides with others and your followers can see what it is you've been up to, that kind of thing. So personally for me, I actually have my Garmin device pushing the data to Strava, and then Relive gets the data from Strava. That's the way I have it configured. There's two different versions of Relive. There's two different membership levels. There's one which is free, which is the one that I use, and then there is also a club membership. Now, the club membership comes with a monthly subscription. Here in the UK, it's $6.99 a month. And what that gets you essentially, and there's a big list of stuff that it gets you, but essentially what it means is that your videos will be HD quality. You can add music automatically directly through the app, so when your video is playing, it's got background music, and it also lets you edit the video over and over again to add photos into it and other sort of things into it that you might want to do. If you're not a club member, you just have the free membership, which is what I have. You can download the videos, the video files. It downloads as a video file, so then you have to edit it offline yourself. So if you want to add background music, like in the example I'm going to show you, you have to add that background music yourself in something like iMovie on my Mac or some other kind of video editing software. But you know, it's a great little app, and as I say, I use it completely free of charge. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to walk you through the process of how to actually create a Relive video, and then I'll show the final video at the end of this upload today. Okay, so let's show you how to create a Relive video. You can see my phone screen over here, and what I'm going to do first is just quickly go into Strava. That's not, by the way, the ice cream that I had when I finished. I definitely had a cider. If I go into Strava, you can see the ride itself. It was just under 75 miles. It was advertised as 75, but it came out just underneath 75 miles. And you've got the map here. We started and finished in Farnham in Surrey, and went down through the Hampshire countryside to the south and wiggled our way back up north, back to Farnham where we started. And I've got a few photos as well that were taken during the ride and afterwards. In fact, the only ones of the photos I took myself are the ones of me holding drinks. The others were actually taken by a friend of mine who forwarded them to me. That's important because of the way that Relive will pick up timestamps for photos. If you take photos yourself during a ride, when you're creating the video, it will drop them into exactly the right part of the ride. Whereas photos that are taken by somebody else that you add manually, you've got to say whereabouts in the ride they were taken. Let's show you that. Let's show you what creating a Relive video is all about. So I go into the Relive app. This is the latest version. I can go to the area about myself, and you can see here I've got the Farnham charity ride with a little pencil hanging over it in the center of the screen. So when we press that, as you can see, it looks for any photos that were taken during the ride. The photos of me holding drinks were taken just after I'd stopped my Garmin. So in this case, there's no media that was taken during the ride itself, during the tracked ride. And what I can do is I can add in any photos that I like. So I'm going to add in the photo of myself holding a lovely cold cider. And I'll add in some other photos in a minute. So we hit next. What it then lets us do is customize what we call moments. Now, moments are basically where you can add in other media and other photos to specific parts of the ride. Now, I can't remember exactly where all these photos were taken, but I know there was a food stop just around about here at the top of one of the hills. I think that's probably where that photo was taken. So what we'll do is we'll add a moment. And we can say, there we go, that we want to add a photo, and we'll add the photo of myself and the guys. In fact, yes, that was the photo that was taken at that point. That was at the top of the hill. So we just hit done. We can add a note there as well if we want to. And then you can see that that moment's now added. And then if we go right to the very end, it should already have added, yep, there's a little dot there which says there's already an existing moment. So there's already a moment there of me holding my cider, which is fantastic. What I am also going to do, when I hit next, it will ask me if there are other people that joined me during the ride. The people that I'm either connected with through the Relive app or through Strava and what have you. We'll just skip that. And then we hit create, and it will begin the process of creating the video. Once the video is created, I'll get a link through which I can share it. It actually gives you the option of sharing directly into social media. And then you can grab that link if you want to edit the file. So it's as easy as that, you know. I mean, and it's even easier than what I've just shown you if you take the photos yourself as you actually go through the ride. It will add all those for you as moments automatically. And then it's really simple then, obviously, just to record the video. So next part of the process, let's have a look at the finished video. Just very quickly back into the Relive app. I just wanted to talk about how you share the video. So as you can see, we've now got a play icon above the video, and you can see an outline of the map there. If we just tap on the video there, I'm just going to pause it for a second. You can see the options down the bottom of the screen for posting it to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and so on and so on and so on. And you've also got the option here to copy the link if you want to post, if you want to share it some other way. And you can also save the video. That's one way of downloading it. I normally add things like music to mine if I want to download them. So I actually download them from the website, from the Relive website. When you play back a video, you've got the option to download the file from your web browser. And then you can obviously add music and what have you. So you can do it directly on the device, or you can do it offline by downloading the movie file and then using your own video editing software. So that's the final part of how things look in Relive. There you go. So that's how you create a Relive video and share it with all your friends, family and cycling buddies. I'd suggest getting it downloaded yourself. Have a look at how to use it, have a play, and yeah, you too can create some great looking videos for you to share. If you'd like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the MAMIL channel as well, and watch out for more MAMIL channel content coming soon. Thanks a lot for watching.